Those of you who watch me regularly will know I'm a stickler for accountability, and accountability where the care of animals is concerned, as indeed I would be where the care of humans is concerned as well. And I was watching a video this morning from Asher House in the States, an amazing charity, and the person who runs it was showing you around the whole estate and the work he has done and is doing. It is second to none, and I'm in awe of the rescues that he carries out in the States. But he said something very important during that video. He said, I think we are successful because we concentrate on our mission. We're not involved in competing with other charities. We just concentrate on our mission. And I couldn't agree more. I really couldn't. But here in Morocco, it is very important to support the other charities that are working effectively and are accountable, because then that is the way to prevent fraud, which sadly, so often, is quite prevalent here. I've mentioned it before, you know, the big charities I work with here. There's SFT in Tangier, who do a really good job with the dogs in Tangier, as well as other animals. And of course, Sarah, founded and run by Michelle Orsberger in Agadir. You will also know that I have been reporting for quite a while now on the problems in Agadir and the instances of absolute corruption that have been uncovered. And just to repeat briefly, of course, Moroccan Animal Aid was based in Tagazout, now in Ouria, just on the outskirts of Agadir, and have been raising money for many years, and all the evidence shows a lot of money. And animals, we have photographic evidence, which they have not denied, of them being kept in unacceptable, cruel conditions. Now, the founders were deported, you know that. The association doesn't exist. They're still claiming some of the animals there. They are rebuilding their shelter. They're going to continue. They're going to continue, and they're based in France and Australia, for goodness sake, and constantly, every day, asking for donations. Now, the other thing that's happening in the Agadir area is there is a public pound that is run by the Agadir, I'll say council, because everyone all over the world understands that. And as you know, we have taken horses from there who have been confiscated or found abandoned, and we've been taking them for a long time. They have many, many dogs. And the organisation Sarah, led by Michelle Orsberger, have no official relationship with the pound, but they take in, out of sheer utter compassion, the equivalent of 4,000 euros worth of food for those dogs every month, and they pay for a caretaker to look after them. That has to be applauded. And, well, their goodness and their kindness goes without saying. However, I have been told that MAA now call themselves Mektab. They say they have a charity which I think is registered in France, because their long-term objective is to take dogs from Morocco to France. What a pipe dream. And I'm saying it as it is. It really is. And of course the other person is in Australia. I've reported within the last few days photographs of the dogs in the public pound, acknowledging that they are looked after by Michelle Orsberger and claiming they have no food or water, actually criticising that superb charity. How dare they? How dare they? When they are still asking for donations for an organisation that doesn't exist. Now, I'm not here to knock other organisations, but even Asher House would be the first to admit we can't support fraud, and that is fraud. If you are telling people that they are donating for MAA in Morocco, it is fraud, no less, no more. And I'm going to say it how it is, however long it takes. There are investigations taking place. I've already told you there has been a significant arrest down there. There has been defrauding for a long, long time. The authorities from Rabat, it takes time, it's slow. Eventually, all the animals that are in need, that MAA currently claim they're collecting money for, will be removed. And of course, as you know, I have always said we are ready, if we can ever be ready, but we will take the 40 equines here. There is a story, you'd have to go back to some of my old broadcasts, that when I went down to take some horses, of course they prevented me from going in, and they put, I think, someone acting for Lucy on the phone, and they would let me have them if I drew up a contract with them. Well, I'm not permitted to. I'm a resident here. My charity is registered here, and the government is quite clear. For goodness sake, if I signed a contract with MAA in Agadir to take their animals, I'm acknowledging they exist, and they don't. But what really makes me angry is when they start criticising Michelle. And I'm going to tell you something else before I finish. A little while ago, they wanted to take some dogs from the pound. Now, whilst I say Michelle doesn't have a formal relationship with the pound, they do respect her. And the position was that if they were taken from the pound to the MAA that was existing and the conditions in which the dogs were being kept, they would have been worse off. So why did MAA want them? They wanted them to raise donations. Look, we're looking after the animals in the Agadir pound. It's as clear as the light of day, and someone has to keep spelling it out. I hope you understand, but I cannot bear this type of corruption. Enough for now. Enough said. Bye.